Hello everyone and welcome back. So forewarning here, or pre-warning, whatever. I just spent the last probably 5 hours doing homework, so I don't have as much time to do this recording as I was hoping for tonight. So this one may end up being a little short, but I want to get at least a couple day blooms created, a mana pool created, and a spreader created. That way I can start gathering some power somewhere. But before we do that real quick, I upgraded the smeltery. It's got a fairly decent size to it. I think it'll hold 2.5 stacks at this point. I've been smelting up stone every now and then to get more of these. I just have a line of hoppers underneath here feeding in here. I had a little double repeater clock going over here, so you can kind of see it here. If I flip this switch, really just kind of toggle it on and off, it starts the timer going, and it just keeps this one kind of constantly pouring. The problem is, you know, by its nature, it's kind of laggy, so I'm trying to leave it running as very often, and otherwise it causes some issues. So let's get up there. I don't really have any space. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do a lot of my pre-planning, which I really would have liked to have done. But, you know, schoolwork and all that. So what we're going to do... Man, those things are annoying. We're going to sleep. Not that I think that's going to help. I have been looking into upgrading to version 1.1.1. because you can see all the NPCs on my radar. There's a ridiculous number of the NPCs. I mean, this is actually fairly quiet right now, but I was in here earlier and there were probably 50 ninjas and merchants and all that stuff on the screen. They cause no end of lag. Alright, what we're gonna need for a day bloom, let's go H, library, Excavitania, generating flora, day bloom. So day blooms, okay, 2 yellows, a light blue, an orange. So 2 yellows, well, let's just do 2. An orange and a light blue. So this right here should give us 2 flowers, then we'll need 2 seeds. So we'll convert these into our flower petals. Here, here. Okay, now in theory, can't really get up there. If we drop 2, 1, 1, and does this count as a seed? It does. It's nice those things count, otherwise I'd have to start using up my wheat seeds, and I don't have a ton of them right now. So I'll do this, and that. Get those. We're gonna need 5 of that, 6 of these, and option sound. Hostile creatures, go away. It's nice to know, but everything has a sound to it. It kind of gets on your nerves after a while. We're gonna need... Where did I... Oh, I moved it. Flower petal, so what do I not need a bunch of? Brown. Just toss that back in there. I think a couple days ago when I was over the weekend, I was kind of trying to scout out a spot for the Botania room, and I'm kind of thinking over in this area. Where is it? Over here. So that's supposed to be the main entrance, so this would kind of be a little area here. So we are... You can kind of see the main base, the original base is here. The smeltery is right over here somewhere, I think. So I'm sitting in this room here. The idea would be to continue it out one more room, and then either a cube in this direction, so it goes this way, or have it kind of go down this way. But there's this huge overhang of rock right here of the... you can't really see it from in here, but it made a really neat overhanging cave. Unfortunately, I don't really have any use for it right now, and I'm kind of hoping not to rip it down because it does kind of look neat, but we'll see how that works out. Now, come back up here. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have that area carved out... Oh, one thing I didn't show last time while we're doing this, I've done a lot of digging recently, just a ton. I'm up to level 43 for my mining. You can kind of see it. I've been creating the wind runes, so I'm up to 28 for the runation. I've got 33 of the augury, which I don't remember which one that is, and then calification, because I started smelting things. I don't have it as high as it could be. Let's put our seeds away. Ooh, that's full. just toss those in there. And squish it. Okay, so what we need to do, first thing we need is a junky little mana pool. Let's make one more, so eventually we'll be able to convert it. Need ourselves a mana spreader, which is why I went downstairs to begin with to get the gold. Alright, let's get that real quick. And so you can see I threw probably 3, 4, how many stacks of limonite in there. And it, this thing is big enough that, when it takes up an eighth here, you're looking at that going, oh, that's a lot. Then you put your mouse over it and it's like 700 and some bars. And you realize you get 700 bars of that and like 300 bars of whatever else I had in there with it at the time. It took forever to get that out of there because you can't block limonite. Ooh. What in the world was that? A little bit of a lag spike there. What we got going on here? Well, it seems to be choking along a little bit there. Looks like it kind of caught up. Alright, let's see if it'll let us get this done. So, mana spreader. I never made my wand of the forest. Gotta fix that. Oh, where's it at? There you go. 2 twigs. No, 3 twigs. And let's go with... Let's do red. Because I really don't need red right now. So I got our wand of the forest. So we're going to do our day blooms. We can plant them. Okay, good. And there. And we'll just put our mana pool here. And our spreader here. Take our wand, flip it into bind mode with a shift right click, and shift right click. So now these will be bound to the day bloom. Now the only catch to this being we don't have chunk loaders yet. So this will only be loaded when one of us is online. But at the same time, I mean, they're day blooms, they will slowly generate power for this. And over time, eventually we'll have enough that we can actually kind of create our mana diamonds and things like that. Or create our diluted pool. Or I've got enough here to make several more of these, so that's what I'm going to do. Get those done eventually so we can have a little bit more running. I do want to get that area built up so that we can start producing a little better here. Let's take a look here. Let's go see what we've got for stone. Over here in the smelter just to see what we're doing. So we've still got, each one of those is 4, so we got about 36 ingots, or about 9 of the actual blocks. So you can see it goes up there quite a ways. I mean, it's not fantastically high yet, it's nowhere near its max size, but I haven't been able to find an actual explanation of what a max size smelter is, because they must have changed it at some point recently, so that's been causing some oddities in the documentation. I built this a little while ago. I think it was over the weekend at some point, so that I could do this. Ta-da! Mainly for the, I did it for the blood hunts. Here we go. Because if you look over here, I'm a level 5 hunter now, and the easiest way to do that was to go out during one of those blood hunts and kill things. The problem is, they catch you out in the open, they tend to, beat you down pretty quickly. So the easiest thing to do here was just to create a place that I could get to them and they couldn't get to me, which was kind of useful. But let's see, so we got this running so we can smelt up our stuff. I smelted up the bulk of the ore. You can see I got 8 rosite now. And where was it? 69 amethyst, got some jade, a whole bunch of the limonite that I really haven't had a use for yet, a bunch of iron. So kind of getting moving along there. This will also let us start creating metal tools, like actually upgrade. I want to upgrade this tool because apparently you can upgrade the head on it and the other components and still manage to somehow keep the leveling you've put on it, which would be awesome if I can get it made out of limonite or something, so I can get it a little more powerful, because right now it's the only reason it has an obsidian mining level is because it has a diamond attached to it. I mean, I got the godlike on it. I still have 3 modifiers remaining. I just haven't decided what I want to do with them yet, and I don't want to waste them since you can't really get them back easily. But beyond that, they're really, I don't think much else has changed. Started converting the tofu down, which we talked about last time, the toast. Got another tree. Got a chestnut, I think. I got a chestnut tree. So I have to plant that somewhere. I want to get like a little garden set up somewhere because some of these plants really do need larger areas to grow in. Oh, we got power now. How much do we have? Wand. Look at that. Tiny little amount. Not enough. Shocked. Oop. Goes away. So what I'm basically going to do here is going to let this run for a while. I'm probably going to log in tomorrow and just kind of sit here for a couple hours and let it run. Try to fill this up to the point where we've got enough that we can get the mana pool created, maybe get a mana diamond done, get one of those translocators built so that we can get the lava moving from this external tank here into the smeltery. Because right now I have to keep moving bucket by bucket in here. Overall, it's not that big a deal, but the goal would be to have kind of like a large reservoir tank behind this wall with a ender tank behind it with a translocator feeding from the ender tank into the main tank. Then you can just take the other ender tank around with you, find a lava place, you know, drop it on the ground and just fill the ender tank up, and it would fill this up and you'd be all set. But right now, because it's a manual thing, I have to take these two tanks down, go down somewhere, fill it back up, and come back. So that's kind of what I want to do. To move along in that process, I'm hoping for next episode to get another portal built and kind of take a peek into the nether. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get my hunter level up, so I can hopefully kill the things that are in there. So we'll see how that goes. I do need to try and find a place to put it, because the nether is kind of one of the first dimensions you want to stick your foot in, apparently, and hopefully not get it snapped off. But so this is kind of my main goal right now. Get this taken care of, get it moved on, and then eventually move into the nether portal hopefully next time, otherwise the episode after that. But for the most part, I think we're going to call this done, since I've kind of repeated myself several times now. I'm bouncing all over the place, lack of sleep and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to, like I said, let this run probably in between this episode and next, hopefully build up at least a little bit of mana, enough that I can convert that pool and maybe a diamond. And then we'll be back next time and see, hopefully we can get that nether portal done. So I'm going to call it a night, and thank you for watching.